Hello.
Hello.
Happy Monday. We're on time. It's Monday. What is happening?
We're on time. It's
Who would have thought?
Monday.
Who would have
Who
thought this was
are
perfect? Who are we?
we?
Or as the caterpillar and Alice, who are you?
I always feel like I'm like RuPaul, and like I always want to be like, hello, hello, hello.
You should. Well, I am Heather. That crazy lady is Amber.
I'm not RuPaul.
Oh, you're not RuPaul. I'm sorry.
No.
That is Amber, not RuPaul. We are the Broadway fan club. What a weird couple of days it's been, you guys, like sincerely. For those of you that joined us on our Thursday show, we did this like Thursday pop-up because we weren't able to do Monday because I was dying. Amber had family in town. And then we had like 4,000 views on our Thursday show. So let's get our Monday numbers up to that. Hey, Kara. I called Kara Friday night. Kara, is that what I did? You were passed the hell out. It was after I did the Boy Who Loved Batman panel. And I was like, I need somebody to talk to. I need an adult. Hey, Cheyenne. And so Kara answered, and I was like, oh, you're sleeping. You need to answer the phone. I love you. Goodbye. So she doesn't even know what we're about to talk about today. So I'm very excited.
Okay.
I know. So
all around.
I know. Ooh, Kara better stick around. I had an interesting weekend. I was at Tampa Bay Comic-Con. I look like this for reasons. But I had a very, very interesting and eventful day. Oh, look, you can kind of see my messy, unorganized room right here. This is great. And Amber also had a very exciting weekend.
I did.
You did. You got to go to the city that never sleeps with your mama yesterday.
Ate some delicious food, saw a show.
Yeah, where'd you go to eat?
We went to Los Tacos #1, which is like this taco spot. My mom wanted tacos because apparently her boyfriend, fiance, whatever they are, I'm not quite sure of their official status.
Okay.
They're like life partners. Apparently he doesn't like Mexican, so like any chance she can get Mexican food, she like
that was like how my mom was with my stepdad, because my stepdad did not like Chinese food. So, and I really wasn't a Chinese food man either, but now I love Asian food. It's great. Well, that's good. And you got to see, I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. My mother is calling me as we speak.
Her ears must be ringing.
Hi, Mom. I'm literally in the middle of my podcast. May I call you back? It's okay. She says she's sorry. It's okay. What were you going to say? We should be done in the next hour. Everybody say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hold on. Ready? Okay. Now you can say hi to everybody, Mom.
Hi, everybody. Sorry to disturb.
All right. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right. Have fun.
Bye. She has no idea I love it so much. I can't make this up. I love it. I'll show her the video later.
Last week, my mom was on the pod. This week, your mom's on the pod. I love it.
Well, my mom and I are a little extra stressed, hence why I look like this. Talking about my stepdad. For those of you that know, and I told Amber, I said, I think I'm just going to tell everybody. So about a month and a half ago, he went into, he's disabled. He has something called corticobasal degeneration. Always happy to talk about it if anybody's loved one is dealing with something similar. It's crazy. It's like dementia, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's all in one fell swoop. And it just really just tears your body down. And he's a colon cancer survivor and a quadruple bypass survivor. This man's had a hard life. So, but a month and a half ago, he went into the hospital with a UTI, then had pneumonia. He lost function of swallowing. So now he has a PICC tube, which is like a feeding tube. And then he was discharged after he had a stroke to another facility. And then he's been at this other facility just about 3 weeks. And yesterday morning at 4:30 in the morning, he had another massive stroke. So I was out of town. I was at Tampa Bay Comic-Con, which we'll get into in a little bit. So just been a little bit of chaos. Very emotional time for our family. So if I'm a little out of it, like more of a normal, I'm going to sit and eat my grapes and my blueberries and my cheese. It's going to be like therapy. It's great. Amber, you're my therapist now.
Oh, well, I do actually. My day job is working in mental health, everyone. So
and they're also hiring.
Very appropriate. And we are hiring. So
if you live in the Connecticut area and you are a licensed psychologist, please.
Just a licensed therapist. Doesn't need to be a psychologist. Licensed therapist. Shoot me a DM.
So yeah, it's been a weird day and a weird weekend, but let's get into it because and I see from our comments, Jeff got to see Once Upon a Mattress. Cannot wait to hear about it.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I want to hear
and I want to see what merch you bought because we know that you are the king of merch. And then I'll also say, Kara, the only reason she's here is because she avoided the phone call. Thanks, Kara. Love you too. Kara's been, I think, 10 days at the Kentucky State Fair selling her hydration with the hydrate with the hint and stuff. So definitely keep an eye on for that. We've got so many exciting things, but yeah, let's get right into it. I'm gonna let you drive this bus again tonight. This is becoming a good thing. I can just sit and talk and you keep us organized.
Oh, hey, Dad. Look at that.
Oh, hi, Dad. Thanks, Dad. Here. And my dad changed his Facebook photo to a picture of him and I at the shooting range. Cool. Hi, Dad. It's going to be one of those days. Let's talk about stuff and things. And we'll see if I can get my uncontrollable laughing out of the way. I'm drinking Diet Pepsi, which I never drink anything diet. It's the only thing in my fridge because it's the only thing that was available when I was trying to drink bourbon the other night and I didn't have anything. This is my life. Yeah. Let's move on to it. Amber, you're driving this bus, so beep.
All right.
Let's get it go.
All right, let's start with just like the straight up facts before we get into the meat and potatoes. We have some interesting stuff going on.
Oh, she said interesting stuff, and her eyebrows went up to the top of her head. Interesting.
We have the full cast announced for Swept Away, which is a new show coming to Broadway by the Avett Brothers, which we do have a fan group for if you are interested in joining and hearing more about this show. I've heard it's amazing.
Dark Sands? Come on, I love him so
much. I know.
If that name sounds familiar to you, not only was he most recently Shakespeare and Juliet, but he was also an American Idiot, which is by far one of my favorite shows. So I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I read like a comment, I think on Reddit, that was just like, it's going to be so many like sweaty men running around stage. And I was like, yes! Sign me up.
Oh my God.
Where's the sign up sheet?
There's the hornball we have all come to know and love.
But yes, I've heard the show is nothing but brilliant. So I'm very excited to see it for myself. Yeah. I've heard the music is incredible. So I'm very excited for that to come to Broadway. We have Orphe joining the cast of Chicago as matron Mama Morton, making her Chicago debut this evening, actually, I believe right now as we speak. So that's very exciting. We also have our cabaret leads, Eddie Redmayne and Gail Rankin. They only have, I believe, 2 weeks left.
So long, farewell.
Farewell. I'll be the name. So make sure you get your cabaret tickets if you did want to see them. Because you only have a couple weeks left.
If they're not sold out. I mean, I have a feeling
if they're not completely sold out. I know. Check Buy Sell Broadway, check the Kit Kat Club for those resale tickets if you're really scrambling.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get lucky on the lottery. I know I sure did. Yeah. Check the box office. Absolutely. But
I like this new trend of me eating snacks during the show because I don't ever eat. So this is great.
We only have 2 weeks to catch them. We also have only 1 more week to catch Grant Gustin, the lead in Water for Elephants.
He Grant again last night.
Yes, I did get to see him
and
again
you
last
cried.
night. And I was wearing my water, and I cried. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm getting so emotional here!" Like, it just like hit me all at once.
I mean, I didn't mean to applaud that you cried, but you cried, and that's a good thing because I also cried on my return trip back to the Big Top.
So. I mean, it's a beautiful show. It really is, but. It was great to, see some old friends.
Yeah, absolutely. And meet some new ones.
And meet some new ones.
After the show tonight, we're going to post the photos from your stage door experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to tell your Wade story.
I will. I'll spill all the tea when we talk about my weekend. And the last bit of just overall news is that the Sunset Boulevard box office is officially open as of today. The St. James box office, the hours will be Monday to Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So if you are looking to get tickets and avoid the fees, you can head right to the theater, buy your tickets box offices
start on Sundays, which is a little bit unusual, but I'm curious if that'll carry over to their actual schedule.
Yes.
So we shall see. But show of hands, if you're planning on seeing Sunset Boulevard, so exciting. So it's hello.
Andrew Lloyd Webber. I mean, come on.
Nicole Scherzinger.
Norma Desmond.
Oh my God, I'm so excited, and we're so proud for our friend Larry.
Absolutely.
So I know he's proud. So it's going to be great this season, guys. It's coming. It's coming. We're no longer in our downtime. Here we go.
It's here.
Strap in, my friends. Strap in.
So evident from when I was walking around the city yesterday. I was like, everything was so new.
Well, for every 3 times I go up to New York, it's 1 time for you. So I get the stuff and then you get the stuff. So it's funny because I'm like, oh, she got all the new marquees. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
It was so great. And for those of you guys that are in multiple different groups, or if you don't know that we have multiple groups, I'm going to actually just post this. Go to the BroadwayFanClub.com. You will see all 66 groups that we're currently running. I know it's
something like that.
What do we do? We're currently at 488,000 members. That's a lot. And we love it. So go join groups if you'd like. See all of the marquees. Amber had her amazing adventures. We'll get a little bit into that a little bit later in the show.
Yes, absolutely. All right.
What's next? As I'm snacking, guys.
I think up next is either my trip or your trip. Who wants to go first?
You want to rock, paper, scissors, shoot for it?
Sure.
All right, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No, you're right behind me. We're studying the same thing. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, I'm done. You can go first.
How is this happening? Oh my God, that's hysterical, guys. That was not planned.
That was unplanned. We just rock, paper, scissors 3 times and we both did this. Yeah, we just did the same thing. That was ridiculous.
Okay. I'm good. Okay, so this weekend was
so let's start down south and head up to the East Coast, shall we?
Yeah, we'll take a road trip. All right. So, this was actually my 10th year hosting panels and being a celebrity moderator at Tampa Bay Comic-Con, which is such a fun con. I would say it's a mid-level, so it's not New York Comic-Con or San Diego Comic-Con, but it's not like the local ones that happen in the malls, which are also really cool. So I went to Tampa. I had a very nice day at the Tampa Water Street Marriott, right across, 2-minute walk was the closest I've ever stayed besides the Westin on the other side. Chock full of celebrities. The only thing that I knew is that I had interviews with 2 celebrities. Did I tell you who these celebrities were?
I don't think you broke the news to the pod.
So pod. I had the lovely, I'm pulling this up too. I had the lovely opportunity to interview the one and only Daryl McDaniels. And if that name sounds familiar, that is the DMC of Run DMC. Yeah. And wow, that man is the most passionate person. So lively, so energetic. There was a small crowd, probably about 20, 25 people. Really just lovely. And you'll be hearing a lot more about his endeavors to possibly do some Broadway stuff.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
So, and yesterday I met with Afua Richardson, and Afua is a Marvel comic artist. She does a lot of stuff with the Wakanda series, Lovecraft Country on HBO. She actually helped with Black Panther 2, and she's the one that brought like the symbols to everybody and told us what all the symbols inside of everyone's suits are. Oh, cool. So cool. Super, super sweet. And her artwork I'll show one of these days. I'm obsessed with Gambit. She has a beautiful Gambit piece too. So I was a very happy camper. But I went, I'm being texted, stand by. Stand by. Standing, sitting. And I cannot do two things at one time today. That's fine. So I decided I wanted to go to this panel Friday. So my very first trivia panel that I hosted was this is my brain, Star Wars trivia Friday. And so should I pull up the picture of my full Sith? So when I host trivia, I try to do like really easy cosplays. So this is the only photo that you'll have of me. Next time I'll have it like fully loaded. But you guys can see like I have like full face paint, face makeup, something lines. I have stuff on my face. It's not just my face. And that's fine. And I was like, okay, as soon as I wrap up my trivia, I am going to head over to The Boy Who Loved Batman. And the panel itself, I'm going to read the actual description because I think you guys are going to be like, what did you do, Heather? Stand by. I want to be able to speak effectively. So the actual panel title is called The Secret Origin of Batman 89, Adapting The Boy Who Loved Batman for the Broadway Stage. When I saw this on the schedule, I think my jaw not only dropped to the floor, it went like 3 floors below me. I live on the 4th story, if that makes sense. Anyways, it went so far. And I was like, wait a minute. I love Batman. I'm a nerd. And hello, Broadway. Wait a minute. I need to be at this panel. So I showed up like 15 minutes later. I already felt bad. And the description. Do you know what it took to make the trailblazing 1989 Batman film? On this 35th anniversary of Batman 89, join Batman franchise creator Michael Uslan, Broadway director Jeff Calhoun. That would be Newsies Bingo for those of you following along, because he was the director of Disney's Newsies, Big River, and Grease. Hello. And this guy, I'm not sure if you've heard of him. Amber, have you heard of Bob Niederlander Jr.?
Rings a bell. Yeah.
He's also the president of Niederlander Worldwide Entertainment.
I've heard the name before.
Niederlander. Okay.
Yeah. I'm being facetious, everyone. I've
heard
the name Niederlander
Oh my
before.
goodness. If people think you're being honest. For a deep dive into Michael's incredible journey to bring Batman to the silver screen and adapt his memoir, The Boy Who Loved Batman, into a Broadway-bound play premiering October 1st at Tampa Strauss Center for the Performing Arts. So it's my backyard, about an hour away. Broadway, Batman, Newsies Bingo, a Niederlander, Michael Uslan, who literally is the reason that we have the Batman franchise. And then, they also just announced that the main actor is Dan Fogler. What? So pardon me as I've got like hiccups. So I go to this panel and I'm like, it's probably going to be packed. I go in and I'm like the asshole who just walks in like in front of everyone. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I walk to the back and I'm watching and I'm like sending Amber pictures, like zooming in, like, am I reading all of his names right? And I'm just like, yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm talking to myself about how amazing this is. There's a guy in front of me. I hate when people eat loudly, especially in like a small room. He took, and I'm not calling him out because Pocky is delicious. If you don't know what Pocky is, they're like little wafers wrapped in chocolate or different flavors. He took the whole box of Pocky and like shoveled it into his mouth. That looks really perfect. The whole thing. And so it was crunch, shuffle, crunch. And then start eating popcorn. I'm like, I'm going to have to move. I don't want to be distracting. And behind me, there was this girl who was also like, and then another couple came in and this guy looked amazing, but he had some sort of fan, like the neck fan that all I heard was So I'm also like, I hate, like, it's a thing for me. I'm just like, I want to hear what they're saying, not your shit. And I keep looking at this girl, and then she gets up, and I'm like, oh my God, she's wearing a name tag and she's wearing a show shirt. And I'm like, if she is leaving, like, I just want to talk to her because I don't know if I'm ever going to get a chance to go up to the stage. It's not a big panel room, but also, like, these guys are going to get out. So I follow her out like a crazy person. I'm like, hi, I just want to introduce myself. Let's just say I had the opportunity to go up for a Q&A and ask the best way that we as fans can support The Boy Who Loved Batman and help its journey to Broadway. And when Jeff Calhoun was like, you said you had 4,000 members? I said, no, at that point, 487,000 members, so almost 500,000. He goes, of Batman fans? And I said, of theater fans. And the whole panel stopped and started interviewing me. And I was just like, I'm sorry. In full Sith makeup.
Perfect.
In full Sith makeup. And I was like, okay, cool. Everyone from this jazz was super lovely, brought over their cards so we can keep in touch, which I'm very excited about. You guys will be hearing a lot more about that. And then at the end, freaking Jeff Calhoun and Bob Niederlander were like, oh, we're going to have to talk and we're going to do this. And you're so imperative to running this. And I was telling them about Amber and like how we met. And they were just so appreciative and so freaking lovely. And yeah, I was shaking, not out of like, I don't fangirl, but I was like, I just had conversations with my Newsies bingo was complete. One.
Right.
And now I have to figure out new bingo. And two, a Niederlander. And three, the freaking franchise creator of Batman. Like, what is my life? And left, and I was like, oh, I called Amber. She's like, I can't really talk. And I'm like, you better find a way to talk. So that was the first day I started off. I'll interrupt that and answer Jeff Cohen's question. Have you heard of the website A View from My Seat? Website shows actual views that audience members post their seats. Yes, Jeff. We use it pretty regularly. That's how I know Amber and I are very different people when it comes to seeing Broadway shows.
Yes, we recommend it often when people ask if they have
a
good seat.
And if you can upload your photo to A View from My Seat, absolutely do so because it helps out people immensely.
Yes.
Because different shows have different set designs. So sometimes it might be a good view, but otherwise now you've got like a scaffolding or something going over it. Anyways, that was Friday. Saturday is when I interviewed Daryl and Dee, and so wonderful. I also hosted Disney trivia in the morning, Harry Potter trivia in the evening. So I didn't want to be like in full cosplay interviewing him because I was like, I feel like that's distracting and I don't want to, bother anybody. And he was so wonderful. And we were just kind of talking and he was really bringing me into the conversation. And I'm like, this is freaking hip hop and rock legend right next to me. If you know the name DMC and you're like, I don't know their songs, it's tricky. My favorite is Walk This Way, which is a collab with Aerosmith. I will age myself for a bit. My favorite halftime performance ever. Run DMC, Aerosmith, NSYNC, and Britney Spears, of all places, doing Walk This Way. Halftime performance. Like this is the DMC of Run DMC. And I'm like, this guy is so cool. Like it's like sitting and talking to Amber. And but Amber has cooler hair. You turned your head, almost perfect timing too. So we're talking a little bit and I'm like, yeah, I'm a total fan. I'm a total nerd. I love being able to do this. Like, I don't get paid to do this. I actually pay my expenses to do interviewing and to just really help the fans, contact, communicate, create these communities, etc. And actually, this is what my friend Amber and I do. As I'm losing my voice, this is what my friend Amber and I do. We have something called the Broadway Fan Club. We have like almost 500,000 followers amongst 64 groups. And his like face was like, Broadway, do you know that I was supposed to bring my life story to Broadway? And I was like, I had no idea. What? And so Dee and I like have this like interesting kismet because surprisingly there were a lot of Broadway fans this weekend, but also not surprisingly, because I think our worlds kind of combined a little bit.
And, I think so too.
Yeah. I mean, it's fantastical and fictional. I mean, lots of popular movies or stage shows and vice versa. Anastasia, Beetlejuice. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Those are just the cosplays I'm remembering seeing this past weekend. So I was like, yeah, okay. He's like, yeah, give me your info. I'll hit you up. And I'm like, yeah, okay. DMC, a freaking Run DMC is going to hit me up. And he did. So we'll leave it at that right now. And then Sunday was also Saturday night was funny because the Harry Potter trivia, always the biggest panel between Disney and Harry Potter, scheduled on the same day, the only one that was at night. And they put us in a room about twice the size of this bedroom.
Perfect.
200 people tried to squeeze in there. The air conditioning wasn't working. Programming felt so bad. So bad. And it's always the most heated debate because they want extra points. So if I know this, guys, you all know the same stuff. And if you don't, then you're not going to win because this is the ultimate Harry Potter trivia. But as I die, more and more nerds, and it was fantastic. And it was just the most hysterical thing. I literally sat in the corner behind like the tech, like running the booth. But we had fun. And then Saturday, I was like, I feel like doing something silly. So I essentially went as like a lady wrestler Deadpool.
I love that.
Incoming photo here. That was very
amazing.
It was hysterical. It's much more red in person. And I was like, okay, cool. Like I'll go through the morning and do my Marvel trivia, and then I'll interview a Fua. And I forgot that I should have taken half my makeup off. And it didn't even matter because she showed up in Rogue cosplay. And I was like,
perfect. Superheroes.
Kismet. She's a doll. Her boyfriend, Joseph's also a doll. So shout out to them. It was really a wonderful weekend. Yesterday morning was sadly when we got the news about my stepdad's stroke. So I was happy to just be around people. And then Facebook last night. For those of you guys that might not remember this, Amber will. Do you remember when my Facebook kept kicking me out for like 3 days?
Yes.
So if anyone else out there in Cyberland that's watching us right now has had this issue, please let me know because it's getting really frustrating because hello, the Broadway fan club. I care about the photos and stuff. It keeps kicking me out. And it's like, you need a 2-step verification. Take a photo of your face. Take a video of your face going from left to right, up and down.
Right.
I think it did that like 15 times last night.
Oh my God. That's so
I was having conversations with people on Facebook Messenger because it's just easy. And I was like, I'm kicked out of Facebook Messenger and connecting and waiting for networks. So if you guys have had this issue, let me know how you got it fixed because it sucks. But yeah, so it's just been a crazy 24, 48, 72 hours. And I'm here with you fine folks.
We love that.
And I'm eating cheese and fruit.
I love that.
What's next on our list, Amber? Unless you have any questions.
Next on the list? Yeah. Next on the list is my trip to the city.
Finally.
So
we can never figure this out together, though.
We can never figure this out together. I know. So I bought these tickets months ago because that's what I do. I buy tickets when I can find a good price, and I'm like, I'm going to buy these. And then I put a cute little countdown on my phone, and it gives me something to look forward to. So my mom just happened to be in town for the same weekend. So I figured my mom would really enjoy this show. Elephants are her favorite animal. I think she's seen the movie. I think she's read the book. Like, I think this is like a great show to take her to. She'll really enjoy it. So I asked, do you want to go with me? And she said, yeah. So we woke up very early. We left around, I think maybe 9:45, 10 o'clock, and headed on the road. It is for me a 50-minute drive to the train station and then a 2-hour train into the city. So it's not like the quickest, but I do it lovingly because it's worth it for me. So we got into the city maybe around noon.
I mean, to be fair, a 50-minute drive to the train station and 2-hour train ride, it takes you the same amount of time to get to the city than it takes me from Florida.
Right.
Well, I've got to get to the airport early, especially. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. Mm-hmm. And you're so close.
It is. And I get there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we get into the city. Mom wants to go get tacos. So we go get our tacos. They were delicious. Would highly recommend Los Tacos #1. There's 2 locations. One right nearby, right across from Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Yeah, that's right.
And there's one next to Grand Central. Yep. Because we just wanted something quick. So we stopped in there, got our food, and then we had a little bit of time to kill before the show. So we
that was the most awful thing you could have ever done to me.
I'm so sorry. I had to do that on air for everyone.
I'm so sorry. I hate you so much right now. Please tell everybody what you're putting in your mouth. Nope, that's a different kind of show. Speaking of, wait, this is a perfect commercial break. Hold on. No, eat your cookie again. Just like you did. Slow. Oh, yeah. Well, if you guys get turned on by Broadway, check out our new merch because we have a really incredible shirt that is hysterical. Only Broadway fans. Yes, it is. So we will go ahead and post that link back up. It's also on our link tree. You went to Schmackery's without me. How dare you?
I went to Schmackery's. I had to get.
What are you enjoying right now?
Peanuts for Elephants because I saw one for elephants. It felt right to get their cookie.
What is it?
It's a peanut butter cookie.
Like fruit and cheese.
And it has caramel and peanut butter on top, or caramel and peanuts on top.
And it's delicious, I'm sure.
And it's delicious. And for everyone that doesn't know, I got it from Schmackery's.
And how did you find out about Schmackery's?
Because my good friend Heather told me all about it.
I dragged her ass there.
Yes.
And now she just to taunt me.
And I almost convinced my mom to buy their house roasted coffee beans. She was like really close to buying them. I was like, get the Broadway blend. Get the Broadway blend.
Yes. Well, and they also just opened up their first franchise location in Jersey, I think, yesterday as well.
Yeah. Very exciting.
Well, I hate you for before it. Yes.
My mom got a cookie. I got a cookie. And I brought a cookie home. And they were very good. And then we head over to the Imperial to go pick up our tickets because they were at the box office.
And how did you get these tickets?
I got them through TDF. I'm a TDF member.
Whoop, whoop.
So they were a TDF ticket. So they were well priced, but they were a surprise, meaning I didn't know where I was going to be seated until you get the tickets. That is one of
seats.
That is one of the trade-offs of TDF is that you don't find out where your seats are until you get to the theater because it's assigned at random.
Yeah.
But I did have great seats. My seats were Orchestra S, seats 9 and 11, which were right in front of the sound booth, actually. So I didn't have anyone behind me, which was kind of nice because I felt like I could like sit up and look around as much as I want without really feeling like I was like getting in anybody's way behind me. Because I always hate like feeling like I'm inconveniencing anyone. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I kind of enjoyed not having someone behind me because I was like, ooh, look over there. Ooh, ah. Yeah. Which is Water for Elephants is the show to do that too.
It is.
So
it is.
We had all of the main cast was there except for Barbara. We had an understudy on for Barbara who was incredible. Michelle West was the cover, and she did phenomenal. And then we had another ensemble member who was an understudy, and actually 2 ensemble members that were understudies. So it was interesting and fun to get to see some new people on stage, but it was also sad to, miss some faces. I missed seeing our girl Isabel Diaz flipping around up there. It was sad to not see her. That was different because I was like, oh, no Izzy there.
Right.
But so the show itself was great. My mom loved it, of course. And then right where our seats were, let you out on to 45th Street. So for those of you that don't know, the stage door is on 45th. And
I'm just glad they started opening up the other door, though.
And the entrance to the theater is on 44th. So when you exit the theater, that is where the stage door kind of area that they sanction off is. So we had a perfect spot. So we stood there to get our playbill signed and to get some signatures, and we got to talk to the cast a little bit. Only a couple of cast members came out. Wade McCollum came out, who plays Wade in the show, and he was amazing. He actually made his August debut last week, and we were talking about our Water for Elephants group, the Big Top, which I don't know if any of you guys are members of. And he was telling me,
and if you're not, shame on you.
He was and he was asking me if we were talking about how he made his August debut in the group, and I said, of course we were. We were all excited for you. We were sharing that you were supposed to make your debut, I think, on like a Friday or a Saturday, but he ended up going on a Wednesday instead.
Right.
A couple of days early. I was like, we were so excited. And he said that it actually came to him in a dream that he had on that Wednesday. A crazy
story. Yeah.
Yeah. His stepdad, who I believe has passed, came to him in a dream wearing the August costume. And he woke up that day and got the call like, hey, you're going on for August today. And it was just like such a full circle moment. Like, oh my gosh. Like I had this dream in that costume. Now I'm going on for it. And then he called his mom, and his mom was like, oh, his birthday was yesterday.
Right.
So it was like a triple kind of sign meant to be thing, which was very cool. I also got to talk to Philippe, who is the new, excuse me, sir. Sorry, I'm dog sitting. I also got to talk to Philippe, who's the new Walter. And he was very cool. He was very funny in the show. I was telling Heather this morning, he reminded me of like the dirt guy from Atlantis, like Billy Friend, like he was just so funny and quirky.
Yeah.
But he had that physical humor to him.
Do your Philippe impression.
Oh, me, I am French. I am so very French.
She did this on the phone with me last night. It was fantastic.
I did.
But and we have a couple of comments from our peanut gallery, and I said peanut gallery on purpose. Jeff asked, do you go to the stage door after the curtain call, or do you leave early? I'm going to say it depends on the show, Jeff. If I have to walk in front of a bunch of people to leave, I am not going to be disrespectful. I always try to be like a little bit on the end. But sometimes you're also wanting to go, like with Cabaret. It was much easier for me to get up and book it out of there. Amber waited past the curtain call because her seat was literally next to the door, so she didn't have to scramble to walk around the theater. I would just say use your best judgment. Like Back to the Future, I think I got up before they did the final performance of Power of Love, the curtain call. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen videos. But I got up just because I knew it would be an absolute madhouse, and that stage door is just like the side of the block. So, and Amber, what are your thoughts on it?
I agree. I think it totally depends on the show, and I think it depends on where your seats are located and just kind of the overall stage door culture of the show. Yeah. If it's a show like The Great Gatsby, if it's a show like Cabaret,
Yeah.
If it's a show where there is, and like that is the reason that you went to the show.
Right.
I would say, that's what you want to do. That's your prerogative.
Just make sure if you're booking your tickets, you're getting it on the side for that stage door.
Right.
Because
and
also
you're getting
both
an
of those
aisle
stage
seat.
doors both of those stage doors are also a little bit more unique because the stage door for Gatsby is not the same door you go into, which is a traditional stage door. It's actually a house right. So make sure you book it on that side. Make sure you're aware of what doors open up. And Jeff, I agree. I always wait respect for the performers and the cast.
I agree. I like to see the bows. I like to applaud the orchestra. So I typically wait.
Perfect example. When I did Hadestown last month, when I was with the Hittens, I was in the box. So I was in a box seat. I waited for curtain calls. I recorded part of the curtain call. And then I came downstairs to meet with the Hittens so we could meet up with Philip. And then we still went out and tried to get the stage door, but it was mobbed. So if you don't mind a lot of people, that's fine. If you do mind a lot of people, it's not a problem. The performers know that you're there. If you're up and clapping, as long as you're not making a big distraction to everybody else, I think it's okay. With cabaret,
of course, if you're in the middle of an aisle,
don't be a dick.
It would be very rude.
Especially if you got a lot of bags.
Excuse me, push me, excuse me. That I think would be unacceptable.
I will say, like with cabaret, it is almost right next to where the box office is. I don't want to say problem. The challenge is that you're now 2 levels up. So if you're going to the stage door, for anyone that has not gone to the Kit Kat Club and you're looking at stage door, for those of you that have, that are going back and you don't know, if you're in the vault room, which is on the lowest level, which is the first bar you're led to, there's a curtain, very heavy velvet. I'm holding cheese and strawberries talking. This is great. I'm directing traffic. There's a very heavy curtain that's pulled across. Those are the doors for the stage doors directly opposite of the vault stage. So if you're up, not only if you're up in the orchestra section of the tables, but if you're up in the mezzanine, you have to either wait for the lift. There's no elevator. There is a lift to get you up, or you have to run down like almost like a spiral staircase because you're constantly rotating the platforms all the way down and out because their pens that they have to keep you in are very small. Eddie does his best to get to a lot of people, but you pretty much have to be like some of the first people there and combat the people that are not seeing the show, that are either autograph hounds, which is becoming a very big thing all over again, where they're buying or they're getting playbills, they're coming back, they're getting stuff signed, they're selling it and flipping it. Or people that may have missed the opportunity to get something signed at the stage door and came back, or can't afford to see a show and want to have memorabilia. That's been happening with a lot of Grant Gustin fans with CV or Cookie, with the Flash. So Jeff also says some shows now allow taking videos of curtain calls. I ask the ushers. Yes, and you bring up a very valid point. I don't like recording something unless I ask permission. I hate it. You also can't record at Kit Kat Club at all. Also, don't forget you have your sticker. But there are certain parts. Some people like to take photos. Let's talk about Moulin Rouge for a second. Some people will take photos before. The minute the performers come out, and I'm not talking about the cast, like the main cast and performing and the Moulin Rouge sign goes up. I'm talking about the sword swallowers, the cabaret
dancers, prologue performers,
prologue performers of Moulin Rouge that are coming out and entertaining and dancing. You don't even know. There's no announcement. There's no like show start. It's just all of a sudden you look up and there's like a beautiful person in front of you or like dancing. You can't record, and people still do. They still do. And it drives me crazy. It still reminds me of like one of the last times I went to go see Phantom. And somebody recorded the entire boat scene. How do you do that? Go away, people.
Yeah. Frustrating.
My neighbors are blasting music. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's just so loud.
I can't.
This is the first. They must be new. All right, let's move on to our next, unless you're not done with your amazing adventures in NYC.
Oh, no, that just about settles it. Then I had a chance to talk with Marissa, who we got to meet at the opening night for Water for Elephants. She is just a lovely person. And we got to kind of catch up a little bit at the stage door. So that was very sweet. It was nice to catch up with her. And then we, headed back on the train and headed home after a long day. It's another 3 hours home.
At least you can chill and stuff on the train, though.
Yeah, that's always nice.
And you got all our marquee photos, which will be updated later.
I got all
They're on every one of our groups. We'll put them on one side.
That was something that I did. Was that I saw a ton of new marquees, maybe Happy Ending, Sunset Boulevard, Gypsy. I think Death Becomes Her, and I posted pictures in all of our groups. So go take a look if you want to see some fall previews of theaters.
And you can go to the BroadwayFanClub.com to see where all of those groups are.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm like the commercial break girl today. It's great.
Right?
So what else do we have to talk about? We got 14 minutes left of our show. We're doing good tonight.
Yeah.
Good job, us.
Next up, we are going to talk about the Broadway for Harris community launch that happened today.
Yes.
It was hosted by Shayna Taub, who is the creator and star of, obviously, the Tony winning show Suffs, which is about the women's suffragette movement. And the call was tonight just before the podcast, and it had some very cool appearances. Shoshana Bean, it had Erica Henningsen, John Leguizamo, Idina Menzel. It had some very cool names, and it was a Zoom call. So let us know if you were there. I know some of our Suffs members said that they were there and that it was a lot of fun, and it was very cool.
I heard something about Alan Cumming was also supposed to be there.
Alan Cumming, I don't think was there, but he is part of the organizing committee.
Yeah, so Alan Cumming, Audra McDonald, Sarah Bretless, and Manuel Miranda, they have formed Broadway for Harris.
Yes.
Which is an organization to support Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in their race for the White House this November. Yeah, it's insanity how quickly this has come back. The stream, I don't know if you can go back to it. You can always go in, but it was tonight from 6 to 7. It was $10 suggested campaign donation. But that also brings us to some new merch. I'm so excited.
It does, yes, absolutely. We have new merch all over the place.
We do, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of it.
I was going to say, I can pull it up also.
Oh, if you can pull it up and do the screen share, because I'm lazy and I don't want to end the thing. It'd be great.
Yeah, let me do that.
Right. Melly says, great names you're dropping there. Love it. Yeah, damn right, girl. We try to not get political, but it's so cool that Broadway has come together for this Broadway for Harris campaign. Push. It's cool. And then last week, my friend's Cat Cafe hosted a phone bank for the lonely, what was it? Childless cat ladies. And it's started like wildfire now. Every state is trying to do one. So it's really cool.
Yep. And what Jeffrey said, Suffs did a special curtain call the other day for the 19th Amendment.
Yep.
That was very cool. We posted that in our Suffs group. So if you did want to watch that, you can head over to the group.
I have a feeling
we did post a video.
A little bit more political.
Yes.
It
definitely already has been.
Yeah. We're definitely going to try to monitor it. We are open, guys. We are, I'm sure you guys can all tell where we lie in the political campaign, but we encourage every different party, just don't be assholes. You were entitled to how your feelings are.
All right. So I did.
You got it? You got it? Yes. So introducing our Do I Hear a Waltz, which is a play on a Sondheim, the whole album. So our wonderful friends over at I Know a Guy T-Shirts and More, which is veteran owned and operated company here in Orlando that my dear friends Joe and Kirby own, have created our very own shop for us for all of our T-shirt merch. So a lot of this it's not for us to make money. It's to support a locally owned and operated veteran-owned business. Any kind of money that we do make off of this will just help to pay to keep the Broadway Fan Club operational. You're like, but it's just a podcast. But it's also a lot of groups and our website that we have to host. So we will post the link in just a second. Right now, it has our Do I Hear a Waltz and our only Broadway fans. Can you click into the picture? Does it get bigger?
It doesn't get bigger.
Okay. So it's a lot of fun. I actually wore mine when I was in the city. I wore it to Broadway in the park, and I had about 20 people ask me where I got the shirt. So check it out. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to put the banner up. No, you can keep it up if you want. You can now find it here in the Broadway Fan Club. Amber, can you navigate to our website on the link tree and show them where to find it, please?
Sure.
Thanks. You're so helpful. She's so good to me, isn't she, guys? I should play our 30-second wait time. It's funny because it usually goes live at about like 13 seconds. And it's like, in your face. It's like a race. Did you find it? Did you find it? Did you find it? Did you find it?
Yeah, it's just not loading.
There we go. Yay! So this is like my passion project. So for whenever we tell you guys to go to the BroadwayFanClub.com, you can see contact me, contact Amber, our media kit, the Broadway Fan Club page. If you click into merch, it'll take you right over to that wonderful page that we were just showing you with our t-shirt designs. Directly below that is our bracelet bonanza, which will take you right to our Etsy shop with all these gorgeous bracelets that Amber has been making and gifting and selling and keeping us afloat. Thank you, Amber. And then we've got our group, the Broadway Fan Club. And
we have some new bracelets too. We have some Harris Walls bracelets.
Yes. Yeah, you've been working.
We also have some Vote bracelets in some red, white, and blue colors. And in
Zen's really excited about those.
And in some Suffs colors. So if you're looking for like a Suffs themed Vote bracelet, take a look.
Do the thing and like show how many groups we're running right now. If you guys have never been to our website, shame on you, but also this is what it looks like so you can help navigate. Scroll. Yes. Keep going. It's in order of how many members we have per group. It's a passion project. So it'll tell you like how many people. So it's from top to bottom is the largest number to the bottom. Again, you guys can see we have a group for pretty much every show out there or coming to the Great White Way. And then on the bottom, you have Buy Sell Broadway, which is our online marketplace, and the Phantom of the Opera Fan Club, which I do not run with Amber. It's something that I was brought into a couple years ago. I'm very proud to be part of. And then we have our shows coming up, 13 going on 30, 17 again. Guys, all the way down. All the way.
Which I think we can make some changes after the show.
We're going to have to drag some stuff up and bring it into the limelight because now the Greatest Showman's announced. Now Swept Away is announced. I'm very excited.
Announced. Yeah, absolutely. Drag the Musical I saw on there. That one's got to move up.
You love that show. I love it. You love that show.
I do. I love Alaska Thunderfuck.
Yay. What else do we have to talk about? We've got 7 minutes. I don't know how we're doing this tonight.
Well,
snacks. We're doing it with snacks.
What we were just talking about, and the Broadway for Harris thing, that Hillary Clinton also quoted Suffs in her DNC speech, if anyone was happening to watch that. And if anyone didn't know, she is one of the producers of the show. So it was very appropriate to have her quoted a couple of times. It was very cool.
What was the quote? Can you read the quote?
She said, "The story of my life and the history of our country is that progress is possible but not guaranteed. We have to fight for it and never ever give up. The phrase progress is possible and not guaranteed is part of the song Keep Marching."
I'm just going to be in my head the rest of the night. Thank you very much.
Yes.
If you haven't seen Suffs, go see it.
Especially right now. It's just so appropriate.
I think it's going to get even crazier. I think as we near November. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But we encourage you to just get out and vote. Whether that's for me and Amber to run as president, for the Harris campaign, for the Trump campaign. Do your due diligence. Get out and vote. We'll be adding some shirts about it too. Like, be proud. Like, that's what sets it apart from other countries. We want to support that as well.
Yes, absolutely.
What's left? What's left? Oh, Melly says,
it.
Melly checked it out the other day when you posted the shirts. Had no idea there were so many groups. Yes, Melly, we do. Alaska, yes. Have you seen why I'm asking? Of course.
Yes, I have.
Or NYC. I have not. Cheyenne says vote for Pedro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vote for Pedro for all I care. Yeah, literally at the cat cafe, the house cat is running for president. Yes,
I love that.
Bongo Vango. Yeah, it's fantastic. So,
guess what?
What?
Dog tax.
Yay! Hi, Zen.
I think this is the last episode with Zen. I'm not sure if he'll be here next week. So, everybody say goodbye, Zen.
Bye, Zen. We love you, but you're a pain in the butt and you stink. Bye. I will have Amber send me over the link, apparently.
Hey, I think it's on Netflix.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. So, oh, Melly. Bye, Zen. She says hi. Yeah, I think I want to see everybody start posting pictures of their animals. Like, we're going to have to do a post of, like, Broadway pups and kitties and furry puppy, like, not humans.
Mods are asleep. Post your animals.
Yeah, right. Even if it's a snake or a crab or fishies, whatever. Or pet rock.
I'm into it.
Jeff is saying good evening. He's ending our show early for us. Thanks, Jeff. We're only talking 56 minutes. It's going to be a weird week, y'all. It really is. But always feel free to reach out to me and Amber. Let's do some pimping our product, Amber. Do you have our wonderful bracelets in front of you?
I do.
Yay. So if you guys have the opportunity, go either to thebroadwayfanclub.com or you can go to our Etsy shop directly, thebroadwayfanclub.etsy.com. Move it a little bit.
One of our top sellers.
The Stay Gold. I think it's gorgeous. It's so shiny.
It is.
And yeah, so you sold 2 of those today.
2 of them today.
We have a lot of Ride the Cyclone fans, which is really funny. And then do you have the rest of the... There you go. And you've been starting to use like thicker string, new beads. And then you also got like a bunch of like vintage beads gifted to you that you're starting to intertwine within some of the bead bracelets, right?
I have used some on occasion. I have gotten some. My mom actually went crazy and ordered a bunch of dangly charms. So I just got some dangled charms in.
Nice, supportive mommy. Thanks.
And yes, Melly, we did say The Greatest Showman. Thank you for interrupting.
Yeah, Melly, you should watch back a couple of episodes when we did our D23 Broadway panel announcement. So yes, do it. But yes, we also have a group for that that's slowly but surely growing. And then if you want to learn even more, you need more Broadway in your life and you need a vacation, go check out thebroadwaycruise.com, guys. This is through Six Man and Norwegian. You have a refer code. You can use it, promo code, refer code. It's 2BFC. And the way to remember that if you don't write it down is 2 big freaking coupon. And make sure you put that as a referral code for thebroadwaycruise.com. This is not Seth Rudetsky's cruise. It's a very different cruise. This is Monday through Friday, March 31st to April 4th of next year.
Good job.
What did I miss in the comment section when I'm talking away? Oh,
no,
yeah.
Good job. You remembered the dates for the cruise. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, I was like, what did I do? Oh, yeah, good job, me. But really incredible stars: Wayne Brady, Adam Pascal, Anthony Rapp, Shoshana Bean, Soleil Pfeiffer. I'm like off the top of my head right now.
Bob Mackey.
I know, like that's like the one in my like brain. Bob Mackey, Jeffrey Sellers, and so many more. They always have like different surprise announcements. This past year, guys, they were like, "Oh, surprise! By the way, Bernadette Peters is putting on a concert for you guys in the middle of the ocean first night." We're like, Bernadette Peters? Like, Bernadette Peters? Yeah, it was crazy. Prices are like extremely reasonable. You can go on monthly payment plans. Yes, Melly. I'm totally booking in a couple of weeks. Adam and Anthony sold it for me and Bob Mackey. Melly, do it, and then we can convince Amber to do it too. Make sure you use that referral
I'm working on it.
$100 off your booking. So make sure you use it. TheBroadwayCruise.com, refer code 2BFC, the number 2, and then B like boy, F like Frank, C like Charlie, or I remember it as 2, big freaking coupon. I don't know why, because I'm crazy, but check it out. Let us know if you're coming. If we get enough people, I would love to be able to put together like a Broadway fan club meetup. So everyone can go hang out, go to the spa together, go to a show together. I always travel solo. I would love to have some built-in friends to come in. The Hittens are coming. I'm so excited about that. We're doing a group cosplay. It's what is life right now? But all right, Cheyenne says if the money cards play in my favor and booking soon too, you better, Cheyenne. You better. All right, guys. With that being said, thank you so much for spending your Monday night with us. As always, it is such a pleasure to be able to start your week off right, we hope. Join us at www.thebroadwayfanclub.com. You can see all of the groups like we showed you earlier as to what we're running, our new merch, our awesome Etsy shop that Amber works with tiny little fingers to. They're not that tiny, but tiny little. And we just do whatever we can to keep the Broadway Fan Club going for you guys, the fans. So just remember, when Broadway is dark, we keep that ghost light burning, and we will see you guys next week.
Yes, we will be here.
Ciao for now.